This video will describe the Export, Edit, Search Target Text screen. And when we come here, this is where we can review and edit the saved target text. After we've generated it and saved it, we can come here and read it or review it. And here we can have one passage. If we uncheck this box, then we can look at one passage. Or if we check this box, we can look at multiple passages. At this screen, there are no problem texts, as we saw at the other screen. So here we're looking at one passage. It happens to be Philippians. And let's go to the Setup dialog. We can select up to all of our defined audiences. For this project, I've defined 4 audiences: churched adults, unchurched adults, church children, unchurched children. And each audience will get a slightly different translation. We've talked about that in another video. So let's show all 4 of these audiences. So here they are. We can say next chapter, previous chapter, etc. There's also a standard screen arrangement. If you check that option, it looks like this. Let's go back to the widescreen. You can search the target text. You can't search the English text. We haven't implemented that yet. You can do find, replace. Export text, that's important, and that's the main reason we come to this screen. We'll come back to this button in a minute. There's the analysis notes, which we've talked about in other videos. These are the notes that we, the members of All the Word, we write these notes to explain why we've made various decisions and why the semantic representations say what they say. So those are our notes. You can't edit them. These notes are yours, the translation notes. So you can see these. I haven't added any notes here, but these are notes that you can write. You can edit your grammar if you want. We've seen this at other screens also. Here are the rules, and you can edit them here. The display annotated target text. Let's go back to just one audience. When we check this option, TBTA, as it generates the verses, it saves the target text, but it also saves some of the annotations, not all of them, but some of them. It saves the phrase boundaries, for example. You can see morpheme boundaries in here. When rules insert words in particular syntactic categories, it will save those, so you know the part of speech. There's another morpheme boundary. Another morpheme boundary. So sometimes this is helpful when you want to review your text. You can come here and look at the annotations, and you can say, oh, okay, I called that a complementizer. And it helps you see the details of the saved target text. Compare saved text with Word document. We don't use that word option anymore. Let's go to the export button. So here we can export one or more of our defined audiences. We have the option of exporting the audiences sequentially, meaning here it would export all of Philippians for churched adults. Then it would export all of Philippians for the unchurched adults, all of Philippians for the church children, etc. You can interleave the audiences. You can include another language if you want. We won't do that now. Let's interleave the audiences. Okay, for the references, you have 3 choices. Full reference in each verse. Let's do that now. So we'll say export all of Philippians for all 4 audiences. We'll interleave the audiences, and we'll go here and we'll say Philippians, English, all 4 audiences. And now we can go, and there's our text file. So it has Philippians 1:1 for all 4 audiences: churched adults, unchurched adults, church children, unchurched children. Philippians 1:2, etc. Let's go back. Let's export it again. This time let's just do the churched adults. Let's use the universal standard format markers. If you want to export your translation to paratext, this is the option that you use. So all of Philippians for church adults with the standard format markers. This time we'll say Philippians, English, And now we can look at that file. And now it has the standard format markers for paratext. So now you can import this directly into paratext. So that's what we do at the screen. You can review your saved target text, and you can export it. You can also edit it. Usually if you want to do any serious editing, you do that in either paratext or a Word document.